Hey guys, it's Jaden and welcome back to RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5, Episode 2, and we're back in it. If you're not subscribed, you should totally do that. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm bringing it to you every single week. But let's just get into tonight's episode. Essentially, the girls are here and there's some drama, but no love lost because Derek Barry is gone, gutted, done. We ain't gotta worry about it. And essentially, there's no mini challenge today, but India's asked, who are my strongest competitors? Who are your strongest competitors? She says Shay, and she says Blair. That basically makes them team captains instantly. So they split into captains because today's challenge is write a love song for like your celebrity crush. And I feel like this is an episode that was full of more drama, and I think it's a weird way that they're editing. But let's just get into these teams. You have Shay, Mariah, and Angina. You have Blair St. Clair, Cracker, I don't like saying that, Miss Cracker, and Mayhem. And then you have India, Jujubee, and Alexis Mateo. The girls are writing some lyrics, but before we really get into like necessarily that, some notable mentions about the episode as a whole. You have Angina. Did she prepare for this competition? Because in my opinion, it seems like she didn't. I mean, if Angina has been wanting to be on All-Stars for years and years and years, then the least you can do is just like really come prepared. And I think she came prepared in the look form factor of things, but I don't think she was mentally prepared for the fact that she's going into a competition, and it's not the same competition. Like when BB first came in for All-Stars 3, it's a very different mindset because BB still won her season. And also, BB's a very different person than Angina, but like Angina didn't win her season. Angina's just coming back. I think Angina's the only other season 1 girl who's been back, and I think it's very intimidating because it's giving you an opportunity to really show a new side of things. But people have been wanting her on for years, and I think Angina is winning in the personality. Like I'm liking getting to see Angina, right? But I'm not really enjoying Angina the competitor. Just being honest, she's not really bringing it for me. Miss Cracker and her group are essentially having some issues because it seems like Miss Cracker is being a little bit bossy. And I don't know what I was doing. Let me go. And she is being a little bossy, let's be honest. She is being a little bit bossy, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, you're an All-Stars, you're in a competition. She's not about to play the same role that she did in season 10, where it was like she was feeling a lot of self-doubt and self-fear. And, you know, I can relate to that in the fact of, like, you question every little thing that you do. And there is always, like, just that question. Later on, we get into a point of basically Cracker revealing that she really doesn't have that many friends. And she finds it very difficult because people call her difficult to work with or just difficult in general. And I feel that, but I don't know. That's just such a weird situation. I don't want somebody to be in that situation, but at the same time, I'm like yikes, So they get into like Untucked. I'm skipping ahead just a little bit because it's kind of like holding over this narrative over Cracker. Essentially, they get into the narrative of the conversation, really, of Miss Cracker saying like she doesn't really have that many friends, but like it's because people really always say that she's difficult to work with, and she really doesn't know. She tries to come off as loving as possible, but then Mayhem's like, that's fake. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want the person who is trying to be nice, like actually putting in the effort there, but you perceive it as fake, or would you rather this difficult person? And it's like, it's a lose-lose situation. Personally, I would rather you be nice and me feel a little off about it, knowing the fact that at least you're trying, versus, especially since in that moment, Mayhem now knows that she is trying. So it's like, I don't know, I just feel like you would take that in consideration from every interaction that you have going forward. It's like, okay, I know that you're kind of like a little abrasive and bold and a little bit, what's the word? I wouldn't even say she's blunt. I think she's a little bit controlling. And as a person who's a little bit controlling, I understand. But I also understand that sometimes you need to take the reins back. Miss Cracker was also in some drama this episode because she said exactly what kind of everyone else was thinking, as in why wasn't Andrade in the bottom, essentially. And she was like, I really thought we should pull a Bendela and write your name in whiteout and just saying to vote for you because you should have went home. And honestly, she didn't do great last time, and that's just what happened. But I digress. That was that, and we are here right now. Also, Tessa Thompson is the guest judge. We love her. And Madison Beer, I don't really care for her too much. I don't really know much about her, but Tessa Thompson, we stand. So we get into the challenge. Essentially, the girls are writing their lyrics, are going off. This was not a challenge episode, right? This was not an episode that was really focused on the challenge. Like, it is, but it's not. Like, to me, it wasn't about that. It was about more of the inner dialogue and the looks. Like, that was pretty much what was happening for me. Also, Jujubee really is made for this era. She is truly made for the GIF era. She is currently, right now, the narrator of the season, and I'm, here for it. So, Shay's group, I'll just start with her group. I thought Shay's group was fine. No, it's not true. I thought Shay was good out of her entire group. I thought that Angina was like a little iffy, and I thought that Mariah was like a little iffy, but Shay was the standout in her group. When it came to Blair, Cracker, and Mayhem, I thought Mayhem's lyrics were a little bit eh. Blair was okay. I enjoyed Blair's, but Mayhem and Cracker was just like okay. I was like whatever. And then for India, Jujubee, and Alexis, Jujubee was probably the best out of her entire group. India, Farrah, I was like, okay. And Alexis, Mateo was like, sure. Alexis does know how to start the party, but she needs to follow through just a little bit. So, I don't know. I just wish she would have done something more, Like, I think the girls need to understand the difference between, like, going 90%, going half speed, more like that. Going half speed or 90% versus going, like, 110. And some of the girls are really, really pulling in 90%. And I feel like that's exactly what this challenge was. A lot of the girls were just going at, like, their, I'm just going to do it. But it's like, you should have done it. I think Shea Coulee and Juju were the only people who were like, I'm at least going to give you 100, 110%. And maybe some of the other girls were giving 100%, but it just didn't look like it. And maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying. Because it seems like people, like to judge people by the cover, especially with Cracker. So, I don't know. It just, maybe they were trying, but I can give them that benefit of the doubt. But, like, it just felt like no one was really, like, showing out the way that they were supposed to. Category is Love the Skin You're In. India, Farrah, you look good. I like what's happening. You painted on a great face. The dress is gorgeous. I'm here for it. Work. Jujubee. I love this hair situation. I think the dress is fine. Mayhem pointed out that the dress could have hit a little bit longer or lower, and maybe it could have, but I didn't notice that. I didn't have a problem. I thought it was very simple way, and she looked good, so that's just that. Miss Alexis Mateo, gorgeous. Pageants. She said, I'm serving you what I do in my Miss Continental. This is what I'm giving you. And Miss Alexis Mateo, she has not missed a beat because she's what? Bam. Great. Miss Blair St. Clair, I actually like this look a lot. Did it really hit the challenge? Probably not. Kinda. It's a stretch to make that interpretation as to why you're wearing pink latex, right? But it looked good. And actually, maybe it's not, because she went to a pink skin, so, I don't know. The whole love the skin you're in aspect of it makes me think, like, you should have just done something different. But the fact that she painted her skin pink, and she went with that type of vibe with it, like, well, that is the skin that she's in. At the end of the day, drag is really just a character performer, so, what are you doing here? I don't know. I do declare Miss Blair St. Clair did something. Ms. Cracker. I don't know if I really like this so much. I think it's an interesting look, to say the least. I think that it's very poofy. I don't think I like how big it is up to her covering her face. I don't like that aspect of it. I kind of wish that was gone. It just looks like a really nude dress. I mean, her face is, it's okay. Her hair is what? Big. It was okay. It's okay. Mayhem Miller. Miss Mayhem, I don't know what she meant by like dripping, but something was happening. It was okay. It didn't wow me, and that's my issue with a lot of the people in this runway is it did not wow me, and I guess it's because of in prior All Stars you're expecting the girls to come out and like really push the bar of where they're known for, and it just is like, well, technically I guess this is really pushing it for Mayhem. On Drag Race she's known for like what she's known for, but like I think this is good for like a progression from season 10 to now, but I don't know. I just think that Mayhem probably could have done better. I think her face is gorgeous, though. I do think that. I do like that. I think her face is so gorgeous. It's so soft, so supple. Shea Coulee, ma'am. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Literally. Bitch, this is a Dairy Queen. Bitch, you're at an outlet mall. Why are you doing this? You didn't need to come out this hard, but she did, because no one else wowed me like this. And this is what I meant when I said, go off. This was so unexpected, it was so different, and I think it's also like an homage back to even that whole conversation of that season 7 challenge when they were just wearing the nude bodysuits. This is a winner, hands down. One, Shea's body is looking great. I think it's a very interesting situation with the nipples, just being out there, but it's all a nude illusion, so like it doesn't really matter. But not nude illusion, but a nude, or the color nude itself. But she looks gorgeous, and I just love the whole face situation. Period. So good. It just was such a good play on words, and I was just like, go off. Miss Shea Coulee did what? She did that because she did that. Next up, Angina. Angina was okay. It was fine. It was fine. My finger's in the way, and that's just what's gonna have to happen. It was fine. I think this is a nice dress. I think it did swallow her up though. I don't think there's a lot of body yaddy serving. I don't know if this is like also meeting the challenge in my opinion, because it's just a bunch of feathers, but it was new, so I guess it met the challenge, but it was okay. Miss Mariah Paris Balenciaga. I like this dress, and the fact that she made this dress for herself, like I thought this was really cute. Everything about it, I love the fact that she has like a long train on here. Can't see from these pictures, but you know, my phone still stands. She has a very long train, trust me. Believe me when I tell you she has a train. Getting back into it, essentially the tops of the week. My faves first. Blair, Shea, Mariah. The tops of the week in terms of looks. So the winner for this week is essentially Shea Coulee, and the bottoms are Mariah, India, and Angina. I think Angina needs to go home. Even Angina said she needs to go home. I was like, okay, cool, we're done. We didn't need anything else. Angina's sitting there trying to basically, well, I think they all should go. Girl, no, that's not how you play this game. This is not how the game was played, period, point blank. Nah, this is not it. If you weren't ready for All-Stars, you should not have came to All-Stars. I don't believe it. Like, if you're not mentally there, then why would you agree to do this? Like, just to go on this taxing journey and to go through all this. And I'm not saying this is like your one shot, but this is basically like your one shot to like come back out in an All-Stars competition. And like, if you're not all there, it kind of sucks. But you've had so much time to prepare for this, so I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, Shea's lip sync assassin is Miss Alyssa Edwards, and wow, I think they were doing Neutron Star by the Pointer Sisters, and Alyssa Edwards, I don't feel like she was really pulling all the stops out. Like Evie Oddly, she didn't need to whoop India's ass like that last week at all, but Alyssa, it's like you're a lip sync assassin, so I was expecting some Alyssa to go off. I think Alyssa did great, but she didn't do as well as Shea whatsoever, and Shea won that lip sync fair and square. And I don't know if I dislike that. I just wish that Alyssa would have went harder, right? I know that Alyssa can go harder, and it, like, again, felt like everyone's kind of going 90%. And maybe Alyssa was going 100 or giving you 100 for that song, or a good 95, right? But Shea Coulee said, I'm going to give you 120. I'm going to give you 110. I'm going to give you what you need to do so you can give me this 20K. And you know what? Miss Shea Coulee took that 20K, period. And that is what is it about. I don't know what the heck that was. Anyway, I'm happy that Miss Shea Coulee won. She deserves it. And Anjana got sent home. Bye. Not in a bad way, but it's just like, yeah. I don't think any of the other girls have the it all depends on like what the song is, but I think if we're going straight off of basically the cast itself, I don't think any of the cast can beat a lip sync assassin besides Shea, because technically in her own right I think Shea is regarded as a lip sync performer, but like I don't think she's lip synced enough on. I think the only lip sync she's had was that one versus Sasha Velour, but I've seen Shea live, so I'm like, I know she can perform. So I don't know. It's just one of those things of like, it's not that I'm not saying that everyone else can't do it. I'm just saying I don't really think anyone else can though. I don't think anyone else can really beat a lip sync assassin, especially if they're gonna go all out like that. Especially if every other lip sync assassin comes out like Evie Oddly, giving you just what? That's it for this week. Just let me know, how do you feel about this? What team are you on for this week? Who do you think should have actually won? Are we excited about this season? Are we excited about, Miss Cracker getting that potential villain edit? Which I think is so weird. So weird. So weird. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. I really want to talk about it. I have nothing else to do. I mean, I'm just in the house. Quarantine, Woo. Yes. It's just been, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.